Welcome to the Collective Minds podcast.
Never fucking had it.
Shut. No way.
Never fucking
No
had it.
way.
Like, Austin, you trying to tell something else right now?
As humans, everybody lives in the same reality. We could all be in the same room together, but we perceive it differently.
All that experience, all that emotions, all the things that happen in that one life is boiled down to what we call instinct. And that's the only thing we can bring over to the next life.
You won't behave, you'll be cancelled.
Coincidence? Coincidence? Coincidence. There cannot be three. Alright, hello and welcome everyone back to the Collective Minds podcast. Big news today, as you've probably all heard, the U.S. dropped some bunker busters over in Iran. And now, hindsight's 2020, it was all planned. Very greatly executed. Trump was going to go talk deals with Iran. They knew it wasn't going to go very well, so while he was on his way to do this meeting, Israel hit missiles and hit some, sounds like scientists and some higher level military members, probably very key players, and from the looks of it, did very precisional strikes. Got the people that they needed, while Iran was distracted from this meeting with Trump. Trump then goes back, Iran then attacks. That mixed in with them most likely having nuclear capabilities to produce a nuclear bomb, which is been a big no-no, and they've been planning on, I guess, attacking us and everyone else in the West, trying to destroy us because it's part of their religious beliefs. That gave the U.S. a little bit of go-ahead there, push, and took out what they needed to take out. And I like how it was so cleanly executed, because it's not, you destroyed one of our cities, killed a bunch of people, now we have to go to war, right? It was, we destroyed your property. And it was illegal to have that property, and deals have already been made, so we just cleaned it up for you, made sure it got taken care of. It's very interesting. Now, that's not entirely what I want to go over today. So, there's some things happening inside of Israel. Yeah, I mean, it's crazy. We keep hearing they're our biggest ally from, just factually, they're not. If anything, they're against us. The dancing Israelis during 9/11 and everything else that's been going on. So where is this really headed? Well, got a couple of videos here I want to show you, and then we'll jump into it.
We're in Mea Shearim, a Jewish Orthodox neighborhood in the very center of Jerusalem, which has been turned into a kind of a ghetto by the Israeli state. The core of the population of Mea Shearim lived here since before the Zionist state. A lot of them are very anti-Zionist. Today there is a demonstration done at the same time as Israel's Independence Day.
Jews are not Zionists because the Zionist ideology is not Jewish. The Zionist ideology is against the Jewish beliefs. Zionists are not Jews anymore. Even if they were born as Jews, they are not Jews anymore. Of course, we raise the Palestinian flag because, first of all, it's a symbol that we have no war with them. We are against the occupation that they have been going through. We are like brothers with each other. We understand that what they suffer is our suffer also. Every spilled blood that we see with them is hurting our heart, especially when it comes from the Jewish nation's name. They stole the Jewish nation's name, Israel, and we are ashamed. We are very ashamed that they do it in our name. They have owned this land. It's called Palestine. They tried to remove the Palestinian name, the Palestinian tradition. They stole the Jewish name and they steal the Palestinian land. There is no freedom here. There is no democracy like you see. We cannot declare our opinions in public. We cannot make a protest in public. And I've personally been beaten today.
They just arrested a father and left his... Holy shit. Fuck. They just arrested a father and left his child in a stroller in the middle of the street alone.
want the Palestinians to gain back their lands, because we are not thieves. We don't want anything to take out from them. We want them to live peacefully and with freedom, with complete freedom. No apartheid state. We don't want it.
So, Zionist this, Zionist that. Kind of looks like there might be some sort of uprising with the citizens of Israel not really agreeing with their government. I'm starting to see a trend of that. I wouldn't be surprised if by the end of this year there's many countries where their citizens are trying to overthrow the government. Russia being one, China being another. If you remember back in 2019, right before a certain virus or whatever got released, that China was on the brink of complete overthrow. It just perfect timing, I guess. They got to lock everyone up, but I mean, it's getting crazy. Getting crazy that countries are doing things that their people en masse disagree with. And no, I'm not talking about the U.S. I mean, people are split all sorts of different ways. If Iran really had a bomb that, you know, and they hate us and they could use it, it would be stupid of us, a superpower, to not step in. It would be stupid. Right. But it would also be stupid to end up in another 20, 30, 40-year war for people that aren't us. So, looks like people are getting real tired of conflict. And if you didn't know, the Israeli government made it illegal to film the missiles going back and forth, even just to film outside. They're like arresting people, locking them up, making announcements. You're not allowed to be doing that right now. Why? My guess was that maybe one of them would have caught U.S., you know, jets or something carrying U.S. weapons over, and the government needed to keep it a little hush-hush. But I'm not sure. Very interesting. Even the Jewish people there are screaming Zionists, which, Illuminati. I mean, that's what's going on. That's why you don't have your Epstein files. I mean, there's reports, people saying Epstein's still alive, most likely in Israel. So, let's jump over to this article real quick. Alright, I found this interesting. Saw it the other day. Survivors testify MKs participated in sadistic sexual rituals involving minors. By the Jerusalem Post. Doctors, educators, police officers, and past and present members of the cassette were involved in these abuses, Survivor says. So this is some Epstein stuff going on over in Israel. Several women on Tuesday testified in the cassette, I'm not sure how to say it, in the set, about sexual abuse they were suffered as minors as part of religious ritual ceremonies. The testimonies came during a joint meeting of the Knesset's Committee on the Status of Women and Gender Equality, chaired by MK Nina Tamino Shete, National Unity, and the Special Committee on Young Israelis, chaired by MK Nama Lazimi, the Democrats. The joint meeting was organized in the wake of an investigative report published on April 2nd by the Israel Hayom journalist Naomi Bakan. One of the abuse survivors shared she had experienced ritual abuse over many years until late teens and was forced to harm other children. I chose to speak out and make my voice heard. I received threats after revealing my story. From age 5 to age 20, I was harmed in these ceremonies. Now, if you have seen those videos of these, there's a couple different videos of a couple different little kids where these children are describing satanic rituals and killing a baby and eating the baby and having to hold the knife, and then the dad would push the knife down on the baby. That's kind of what this is starting to sound like. And how many kids need to come out and say it until everyone just figures it out? I filed a complaint with the police that was closed after a few months. and I know of other cases that were closed. Speaking out today, the Neset is a historic moment, she said. Another survivor yelled, she'd testified, you have no idea what ritual abuse is. The human brain cannot comprehend it. You can't imagine what it means to program a 3-year-old girl through rape and sadism so they can do whatever they want without anyone knowing. Absolutely disgusting. And in their Bible, right, it says that they can have sex with a 3-year-old girl. The repercussion of it is that the 3-year-old girl needs to be killed because she made you do it. She's the bad one. These people are absolutely disgusting. So there's different versions. It looks like only the crazy Zionist, Illuminati, insane demon, they're devil worshippers. It's the synagogue of Satan. They actually can't wait for their warlord savior to come to earth, aka the Antichrist, as presented. So it's crazy. And there's the intense old version of that these crazy people live and believe. And then I'm guessing there's a regular, more stable version of just regular religious practice. It's a cult. Their trafficking of me happened all over the country. They moved me from ceremony to ceremony. Naked men stood a circle. My therapist, her husband, and her son harmed me. And there were dozens of other girls and boys who harmed me. This sounds like what those little kids were saying, where it was their church, their pastor, all these different people in their life, their school teacher was all a part of this weird underground cult group something. There were ceremonies and rituals meant to make me forget. The police have known about this for a year, but they don't have the tools to deal with it. The people who will fall are very, very senior figures. These people run communities and government agencies. They threaten us. I have children I need to protect. Something needs to be set up that can deal with this. They tried to make us like them, the people who caused us endless pain. Your role is to make this stop in Safed, Jerusalem, Jalulia, or anywhere else, she declared. Dr. Nama Goldberg, head of the NGO called Lo Amdat Magnegid, says Hebrew for not standing idly by, which assists prostitution survivors, explained that the depictions are sometimes so gruesome that they are hard to believe, which I agree. That's why so many people can't or refuse to believe it. These are testimonies. But this incredulity serves the abusers, who convince victims not to complain by arguing that they will not be believed. Several years ago, I received descriptions of sadistic abuse of children. Uh-oh, what happened? Come back. Several years ago, I received descriptions of sadistic abuse of children, Goldberg said. The accounts sounded absurd, but the testimonies kept coming and would not let up. They described gang rape by men and sometimes by women. The abuse was filmed and drugs were used. There were ritual practices and symbolism. This sounds a lot like the Diddy, what we know about the Diddy parties. This is what we've heard about with the Clintons, right? Pizzagate, Frazzle Drip. And then Epstein. I presented the police with written testimonies from 5 women. To this day, no one has contacted me. Since the report, additional testimonies have surfaced, Goldberg said. A representative of the Israel police said that there was a national unit reviewing all cases and that the complaints were a top priority in the intelligence division. It's the people in the intelligence agency over there that are running this show. MKs who attended the meeting were visibly shaken by some of the testimonies, with one calling it a watershed moment and another calling Revelations Titanic. Tamino Shete said, reality shows us that the police are not strong in handling sexual offenses. No one wants to talk about brutal rape and children being raped. There are unimaginable cases of monstrosity here. So what's going to happen with this? It kind of looks like it's covered up. I think it's amazing that it's even out and I could be reading this to you right now. I think that it's incredible that it even got this far. I mean, the world is a crazy changing place. And a lot of things are being unearthed. And I'm not sure why we're calling Israel our greatest ally or what's going on with that. I feel like there's some 5D chess playing being here. But these, so these are normal people sitting here and talking about how crazy it is and disgusting and horrible it is. Those aren't the people running Israel. I want to like really narrow that down. The people doing these things, these horrible things, are the people running Israel, making the decisions to bomb Iran, to do this, to do that. That's who's doing it. And unfortunately, they're also the same people doing it here in the US. So, seems like each side has multiple sides in it. It's kind of how it's been in the US as well. Like when you look at the Obama administration, the Biden administration, they were the exact same. Tried to destroy this country from the inside out. Now, Trump isn't a Lord and Savior perfect by any means, but he's definitely not on that same side of that coin. Even if there is two sides of that coin. One could be a hell of a lot shinier or worth a lot more. So, we'll see what's coming soon. I think the hit on Iran is going to kind of fizzle out, but we'll see. There's reports of Russia teaming up with an unknown ally here soon, and that there may be large EMP attacks. I mean, we're already seeing everyone's data getting taken over, collected, which if you put PII into anything, just assume someone has it. I mean, cover your cameras. For God's sake, cover your cameras. Everywhere in your house. If there's a camera and it's not yours and you're not using it, cover your camera. I always assume there's some Indian or Chinese guy watching on the other side. Because, I mean, odds are these days, it's being recorded somewhere. So, let us know what you think down in the comments. If you're new here, make sure to leave a like and subscribe. I mean, hell, if you watch all the videos, make sure to leave a like. But let your friends know, and we'll catch you on the next one.